Daven Sports Combo. I'm your host, Daven. Please like and subscribe and share this video and enjoy the future content ahead. All right, folks. NFL Week 1 is over, concluded with the Monday Night Football game. It was amazing. Minnesota came back with the comeback. J.J. McCarthy, my boy, my favorite Michigan quarterback, leading the Vikings to the victory 27-24. All right, here is my recap of the week. Give you guys what you missed out on. So Thursday night football, let's dial back. Dallas at Philadelphia. Philadelphia came out with the win 24-20 with Jalen Hurts with 2 rushing touchdowns. Ooh, that was nice to see. CD Lamb had a lot of drops. I'm sure he'll bounce back on that one. Friday in Brazil, we had Kansas City at Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers came out on top 27-21 with Quentin Johnson having multiple touchdowns. Kansas City had Worthy go down literally right 3 plays in. Whew, devastating loss for them. They're dealing with Rashid Rice suspension, so it's all on Kelsey's back. Let's see how that goes for the next week. Then for the 1 o'clock game starting on Sunday, it was a fantastic set of games. Let's start off with the worst one, Miami at Indianapolis. I picked Miami to win. This is the first one I got wrong. Indianapolis came out on top. I was a homer on that one, and Indianapolis whooped them 33-8. They didn't even score until the fourth quarter. Miami has a lot of cleaning up to do. Indianapolis was nice. Pittman had a nice touchdown. Daniel Jones with a nice rush touchdown. It was great to see the Colts with some new life in them with Daniel Jones at the helm. Then we had Pittsburgh at the Jets. I also was wrong on this one. I picked the Jets. Pittsburgh won 34-32. That was an amazing game to watch. It came down at the end to a Ramsey hit on Garrett Wilson to seal the game. But Aaron Rodgers had 4 touchdowns in his debut as a Steeler. That was crazy to see. No one would have thought that. Moving on, my next one I was wrong on. Carolina at Jacksonville. Carolina, that was my pick. I was wrong. Jacksonville came out on top 26-10. Brian Thomas had a nice rushing touchdown. That was cool to see. Other than that, not much to take away from this game. Hunter was playing both sides of the ball. Everyone thought there'd be more. We'll see as the weeks come ahead. And Jacksonville just traded Tank Bigsby to Philadelphia for a 6th-round pick. Ooh, that was crazy to see. But Jacksonville's run game was off to a hot start, especially with Trevor Etienne looking fresh. Now for the ones I got right. Let's kick it off again. Arizona at New Orleans. I picked Arizona to win. Arizona won 20-13. There was a nice touchdown to Marvin Harrison and then James Conner. It was nice to see. New Orleans had Kamara had a nice touchdown. But yeah, Arizona with the win. And then I just want to say big shout out to a Wolverine, my boy Johnson, dude, cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals, had a nice little interception. He was looking amazing. Moving on, we had New York Giants at Washington. I picked Washington. Washington won 21-6. That was a devastating game. Deebo Samuel had a nice touchdown run for over 10 yards. That was nice. And Giants need to pick up in the red zone. That was it. They could get there. They just couldn't seal the deal in the red zone. So hopefully Russell Wilson steps up, or he's about to be benched for Jackson Dart. My next one, I was right on. This was a great game for the NFC South. It was Tampa Bay at Atlanta. I picked Tampa Bay to win. Tampa Bay came out on top 23-20 with Emeka Egbuka, the rookie, with 2 touchdowns and the game-winning touchdown. That was awesome to see with that little post route. Yeah, a lot to see there. And then Bijan Robinson was amazing to see carrying the Atlanta's offense. But yeah, great win for Tampa Bay. Then moving on, Cincinnati at Cleveland. This was a horrible game. You saw more Joe Flacco than you saw Joe Burrow on offense. Cincinnati did come out on top. I was right, 17-16, but you expected more. Noah Fant had the touchdown for the team for Cincinnati. It was crazy to see. They pulled out the win with the late interception. Yeah, it was a hard game to watch for all of Ohio. Then we had Las Vegas at New England. I picked Las Vegas. That was great to see. Genti had his first rookie touchdown. Las Vegas came out on top 20-13. And I bet the Pats will bounce back next week. They're playing my team Dolphins, and I don't see much hope for the Dolphins going forward. So I think the Patriots will bounce back next week. Not looking forward to that. Then for our 4 o'clock games, we had San Fran at Seattle, big rivalry game. San Fran came out on top 17-13 with a nice Kittle touchdown. It was a tough game to see, and then Bosa sealed the game on Sam Darnold with a big hit and sack. A lot of injuries for San Fran going forward. We'll see if Brock Purdy plays next week. Very worried for both teams. Then we had Tennessee at Denver with Cam Ward's debut. Wasn't too great. A lot of drops by Calvin Ridley. Denver came out on top 20-12. R.G. Harvey had 70 yards. It was nice to see. Cortland Sutton, though, with that touchdown, amazing to see. Look up that highlight for sure. Denver came out on top 20-13. Or my bad, 20-12. 20-12. Next one, I was just naming the Detroit Lions score, which was 13. That was terrible to see. Detroit at Green Bay, I was wrong. Green Bay came out on top, destroyed the Lions 27-13. Isaac Tesla, that was one of the best touchdowns I've seen, and that was great to see of the rookie, but it came in late, and it was just the whole game. It's Micah Parsons blew up everything. Jahmyr Gibbs had 10 plus catches for 31 yards, least amount of yards out of 10 plus catches ever. It was a hard game to watch. On Green Bay side, Reed looked great. He had a nice touchdown. You didn't see much of Golden, but I bet he has more of a impact next week. So we'll see how all that goes. Then we have Houston at LA Rams. I was right about this one. Rams came out top 14-9. That was a sluggish game. Puka Nacua was getting fed. Not much to take away. Houston, it was just they need a wake-up call. We'll see how everything goes forward. Not much to take for both teams there. And that completes the 4 o'clock games. Then for Sunday Night Football, game of the year so far. And one of the best games I've ever watched. I'm sure I'll say that again maybe next week with the slate of games we got going forward. But it was Baltimore at Buffalo. I picked Baltimore. I was wrong. They had the lead. It was literally 40-25 at one point going into the fourth. And Buffalo came out on top 41-40. Josh Allen did heroics. It was amazing to see. Derrick Henry had the fumble, unfortunately, but he had a big game. He had a touchdown and over 100-plus yards. It was great to see. Lamar had a rush touchdown. That's the thing. Everyone on offense for Baltimore was productive. The defense, on the other hand, was not. Kyle Hamilton had some key stops, but Buffalo, man, what a game by Josh Allen. And that's the thing. Every time it was like a touchdown he did, it was literally like on fourth down. Like that little bounce back on the end zone. You got to check that highlight out. Keon Coleman catching it off the tip. Oof, that was a game. Man, that was a game. Congratulations, Buffalo, on winning a key game there, especially with helping with playoff seeding in the future for tiebreakers if it comes down to that. Then on Monday Night Football, we had another great comeback victory. We had Minnesota at Chicago. I was right. I picked Minnesota. Minnesota won 27-24, but in the beginning, it was literally like 17-6. Leading into the third, and it was devastating. It looked like Chicago had the game, especially after the pick six that JJ threw. But then JJ rallied back, threw a touchdown to Justin Jefferson, then a touchdown to Aaron Jones on the corner, and then he rushed one in. Whew. And then Minnesota had the key stops on Caleb Williams as he looked like a deer in headlights near the end. But congratulations, JJ McCarthy, on your debut. So happy for you as a Michigan Wolverines fan, one of my favorite Michigan quarterbacks. Happy for that. And Minnesota looks dangerous going forward. So the whole NFC North is crazy now. It looks like Vikings, Green Bay ahead of everybody, and like Lions and Bears are going to try to play catch up. So that is my week one recap. Appreciate you guys tuning in to check that out. It was a fantastic week of football and excited for week 2 of football. Stay tuned for my upcoming picks and fantasy starts and sits of the week on my Instagram. Thank you all again for tuning in. Have a great one. Peace. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more, as on my YouTube I'll be having my recaps on Sundays. On Wednesdays I'll be having my picks of the week before the games all kick off on Thursdays to start the new NFL week. And then on my Instagram, I'll be having my starts and sits for my fantasy advice for the public. Hopefully, you guys enjoy that. Also, on my Patreon, it's exclusively for fantasy players, dynasty players. I'll have my rankings there for all the free members to see. And then if you have a paid membership, you can ask away, submit your team and league info, as I will help curate and give you advice to help propel you, decrease your odds, in my opinion, to get you to the overall championship to really make you some big money. So you invest a little bit in me and you increase your odds to win the big pot at the end. Hopefully, all my content is there and accessible for you. I also have my Facebook as I share a lot of content there. Go follow on there. And hopefully, again, like I said, you guys enjoyed this content. I'm very happy about everything I share and having too much fun. Thanks again for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe.